So here we have this VEVOR drill press. Now, full disclosure, it was sent to me for free, but the opinions in this video are my own. Anyway, I'm just gonna do a quick unboxing and assembly, and then I'll get to the review. And there's everything that was in the box. All the metal pieces were pretty oily, so I went ahead and wiped those off before I assembled it. Step one, we're gonna attach the column to the base with these 3 1/2-inch bolts. Then we're gonna put this gear worm into here, screw this into here, loosen this piece, and pull it off. Attach the handle with the Allen screw. Then we're gonna insert this into here, making sure that arrow points up, and then just slide that whole assembly onto here. And we can put this back on and tighten it down. Place on the top, make sure it's all the way fit in there, and then tighten down the screws. Screw in the handles, then take the chuck, a block of wood, and a hammer, and give it a few good whacks. One last thing is to take these 2 batteries they included and slot them into here. Now that we got it put together, let's take it to my workshop and test it out. There we go, I got it set up in my workshop. Has a nice sturdy cast iron base. This is steel. Again, cast iron up here for the adjustable drilling plate. More cast iron for the frame up here, then the top is metal. So it's made out of pretty quality material. This piece here is plastic and it is a bit loose, so that's not gonna read completely accurate, but the depth stop will still work just fine, so it's really not too big of a deal. Also, something you saw before was this little button up here to turn on that light. It's not a very bright light, but it still does help you line up your mark a little bit better. I like the little clip over here for the chuck key. It's nice to just keep this with the drill press. Don't have to worry about losing it if you always put it right back there. Of course, you can easily adjust this table up and down with this here. And then when you got it where you like it, you can clamp it down with this back here. Pretty standard stuff for a drill press. There's 2 holes down here if you feel the need to clamp this down. I don't see a reason to, but if you want to, you can. It's a 5-speed. You can see them right there. Turn it on, just flick that, start spinning, then stops pretty fast. You can also pull this yellow piece out if you want to lock it, then it doesn't work. Overall, pretty standard features, but still pretty cool. I do really like the depth stop. It's really nice and easy to adjust. But yeah, anyway, let me go ahead and test this out to see how well it works. I'm gonna take just a normal bit. I'm gonna go ahead and drill through this piece of wood. There we go. Of course, we didn't have any problems there, just a small drill bit. Now I'm gonna test my luck with this 4-inch hole saw. Definitely gonna wanna clamp this one down. Right, so no surprise there. It definitely struggles a little bit with that 4-inch hole saw. It stalled a few times on me, but if you go slowly, it will eventually get through it. Now let's use something that you might be using a bit more often. Let's go ahead and try out a 1-inch Forstner bit. And there we go, no problems there, it worked great. So yeah, as you saw, it worked pretty well for the small bits, but not so much for the big hole saw. Its drilling depth is only 2 inches, so you're not gonna be able to drill through much more than a 2x4, but for small projects, it'll work great. And if you really had to get through some thicker stuff, you could just adjust this up while you're drilling. That always works. My only real complaint would be the light. It's kind of underpowered and it uses batteries instead of just being connected to the other power. But other than that, pretty decent drill press for a pretty decent price.